The night the mask cracked, not your average emperor. Alright, guys, I have a reading for you. Alright, this is not your average emperor. Alright, the night the mask cracked. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This reading does not hold any time whatsoever, guys. Okay? This emperor you see here is not your average rigid emperor. I'm getting a father. Got some white hair, got silver, alright, older. I seen an eye that kept staring at me. It had like the scales and stuff, not really a reptilian, but it had that look with the horns, okay? Sitting on the chest and on the side, and also here on this father figure, okay? This emperor is ashamed, alright? They don't know really how to start a conversation. They're overwhelmed. They're anxious, alright? So they've got a lot of that going on with them right now, okay? In particular. Also, I got here with the Two of Pentacles. I was getting like slushy and ice, situation, but I was seeing targets over money with this. The targets on the clothing and over money. With this card and the next card that follows, which is Judgment, I was also seeing in both cards a light on at night, a bed, okay? This Emperor staying up late, all right? And there's another card coming through that's going to relate to that as well, okay? So, yes, juggling, all right, going through. They're juggling a lot in their head as well, and they don't know how to stay balanced, okay? Because they're not really balanced, all right? In that water there, okay? And if you want to call those waves, those don't look too calm there, okay? It's like on tiptoes, all right? Is the way he's feeling right now. But I feel that Spirit is making this Emperor really hone in on his feelings at night, okay? Because next we have the Judgment card. And what stuck out to me with this Judgment card in particular is the person with their head down, feeling shame. They're really feeling regret, shame. They're thinking about past, what they've done. They don't know how to reconcile from that. But what I see with all the people that are lifting up and rising with this Judgment card, that is you, okay? That is your spirit. You've risen above, okay? While this father figure, Emperor, is in the alignment of the shame. We've got the Seven of Swords, so they feel like they've got to defend themselves, be aggressive at times. So yes, to protect, like I said, themselves. So this Emperor can be that way because also with the split, okay, the split here with these Two of Pentacles, I got split personalities, okay, coming through on here. Now we got the Ace of Cups coming after that, okay? There's an emotional connection, all right? But it's buried under everything else, all right? So there is emotion that's coming, and they're feeling that emotion more, but Spirit bringing it in, see? Spirit is bringing it in, that emotion that's been buried, and it's flowing through. See, it's flowing through now. All right, so it's trying to bring what was buried out because Spirit's bringing it forth. So Spirit is showing them whether it's in a dream or what it is through song synchronicities. Spirit's weighing it heavy, what was buried under their heart. Because here you got the Ten of Swords, which is next. Okay, defeat, drained. All right, hurts, all the different hurts. Okay. They don't know how to deal with it right now, but Spirit's making them feel those pings, those hurts of what they did in the past with their past actions. So they can't lay down at night and get the proper rest they need because Spirit's making them feel all those emotions where they're feeling that guilt. Okay? Also, with this Ace of Cups, he is wanting a newer, fresher start, but he really does not know how to because we're going back to that Four of Cups, okay? Again, here's Spirit's coming through. Here, this is what you've done, this is what you've done, this is what you've done. And I definitely am getting strong ancestor, like grandmother, okay, is what I'm also getting to coming through here. You got a spirit team of relatives that are taking what has hurt you, what has been, because I'm getting you were estranged from this person for a while, okay? You might have had a recent new connection with them. And Spirit is making them think, okay? And ponder. And how many cups did they not fulfill fully that they let spill over, okay? And changing, okay? There's changing. Like, see the seasons getting ready to change, okay? It's changing the way this person is viewing certain things. We also have the King of Cups that decided to show up, okay? And we all know, most of us anyway, what the King of Cups represents there, okay? Also, you're getting that fatherly figure that I was getting again. Cups are about emotion and everything, and this hands being like this, like, you know, there's that pondering emotion that they're still having, okay? That they're still feeling. It's a process that they are going through. But there also is, we have the Six of Wands, and this is where this father figure, the Emperor, okay, is trying to pretend that his life is a-okay. Like putting this mask, this front over it, like, yeah, I'm this, I'm that, I'm Mr., you know, I wear my heart on my sleeve. You know, like they have control over it while everyone's on the bottom. So that's what they have. But I also got the Death card, okay, right here. And I'm getting in the images of an old memory, an old wound, okay, that has popped, that has resurfaced and sailed through, okay, could be in a dream you've had or whatever related to this person, okay? But we also know dreams are about new beginnings and things. Also, with this card, I want to go back to the Judgment card because I didn't want to forget. There's a plan that's something to do with this Emperor, but there was like a fork put in their plans, like Spirit put a fork in it and tinfoiled over, like, you know, wrapping it up, tinfoiled over. They can no longer wrap it up. It can't, that tinfoil, that cover, it can't be there because they've been exposed and they know that Spirit knows what they've done, okay? I've got that one really strong for you as well. So there is something new, okay? Because when I was getting tinfoil with this other card here, okay? I was getting saran wrap, okay, with this card. Because it's seen, the picture is seeing clear. You're seeing past all this. You're getting the clarity. Your dreams are aligning, okay, with the feeling that is coming from this father figure. I also got there's something inside of this father figure that has taken over with the way they act and the way they do things. But Spirit has saved you. They have pulled you back time and time again from this father figure. I was also getting this fire, okay, with this card as well. Them lighting a tent on actual fire. And here is Spirit pulling you back because there's been a few times where you have felt in danger due to this father figure of the Emperor, even as in childhood, as an adult, and Spirit has taken you, pulled you back, all right? But you have always been the one, too, who has been the alarm, who lets the alarm off, you know, like the fire, you know, the spark, the one who alerts people about the truth and what is going on. So I'm getting you with the strength in this one and all of that coming through. Keeping themselves busy, okay? This is what I have with the Eight of Pentacles coming through. So this father figure tries to work on tasks, constantly doing something, trying to get their mind off of stuff, okay? Distractions instead of facing the emotions that matters, okay? So doing a routine and all of that. This is also one of the reasons he's staying busy. He doesn't want to face any emotional pain. He doesn't like it, okay? And with the Magician card, okay, coming in, he's trying to gain control back right now of his life, getting it all together. Like this is I'm picturing as a basket that's on here, okay? So there is that. He's trying to get rid of the death of the old self because of what Spirit has laid upon him and has really made him see. They've really like put these glasses on him. See through these rose-colored glasses, okay? So he's getting the truth thrown at him, okay? So he's hearing it. He's seeing it. He realizes, yes, there is a higher power. Because this is someone who I have a feeling might have been an atheist or something, okay? But they really did not heed to actually there being that or the abilities of any of this, okay? So yes, they're trying to work that all out, all right? Is what I have with that card. Now we're going to get to the next card, okay? Okay, now we got the Nine of Swords, what goes with that energy I was talking about earlier. He really feels regret, shame, sleepless nights because of the thoughts that are running rampant in his head, okay? So that anguish is definitely taking over. It's taking a toll, all right? So the cutting through with the heart of a matter, okay? Like, how much more do I got to take of this? How much more do I got to take of this? And Spirit saying, well, how much did you dish out? How much did you give? All the things you did. Here it is. Boom. Here's another. Here's another. Remember this? Remember that? Remember this? So all these things are coming and they're rolling in. I'm picturing like dice right now. Roll, roll the dice. Okay, here's another. Here's a pair of tens. Here's a pair of twos. You know, just it's balling in on him is what I'm also getting with this. Now the last card I got in this for this reading, okay, is the Ace of Wands. So it does show he does want, try to have a fresh new start. Okay? That's what he's wanting. He's wanting the new growth, all right, to come through. From all of that is look at how that's dark and that's getting lighter, okay? And then that's dark there, all right? He's wanting all this darkness that's haunting him to go away so he can continue and have this fresh start. But he's having a hard time keeping up with day-to-day tasks and do the things that he's doing, but he's doing them because of all the nights that he is not able to sleep, guys. Now, I'm going to get into your energy in this because you have that fire energy, okay? You have that, you're uplifting because with this card especially, you are rising, all right? So it shows, even with this card here, it shows your truth, okay? But it shows your power. It shows how your abilities, especially with your intuitiveness and things, your gifts are actually expanding, okay? Now, with this card, you have spiritually risen out of the cycles. So you're not stuck in those old patterns and those old cycles anymore. Okay? Because you see him clearly. Not the version that you thought he could be or hoped he could be, but you see him clearly. And so has Spirit made it known that Spirit sees him clearly. They're like, blow, they blew the trumpet, they let it be known. Also, with the Seven of Swords, getting the person who started the fight, like started the fire, that energy, you know, being you, the one who didn't just warn people, but it was the ones that were asleep, okay, that you were trying to make aware of the things that were going on. By doing that, you were also trying to prevent the fallout. So, in your youth, you always tried to be the one that held everyone together. I'm also getting you might have been the oldest child, too. So, you really felt you had to protect your siblings as well. And with this card, it shows your gifts are stronger. You're not going backwards. You are building a new life, okay? On purpose. So you definitely have that going for you, okay? With this card. That's your energy coming out strong with that one. I'm also getting, okay, for the silence that you might be having, that I'm getting strongly that there is a silence break with this person and you're wondering why this person has stopped all of a sudden and became silent. It is for your protection, okay? That's what Spirit wants you to know. You are the awakened one, okay? His silence is not a loss, it is protection. All right? Your path is rising outside of his shadow. You have outgrown the spiritual contract. It no longer exists that you've had with this emperor, okay? This father figure, whether it's a grandpa or father, an uncle, whoever, you know, had a part in raising you. You have outgrown that. You no longer have that contract, so you don't have to worry about it, all right? And don't worry about what the silence part is, because they're getting their karma. And the ones that are up there, your loved ones from your spirit team. Okay, I was also getting Archangel Michael coming through on that one, all right? They are making sure they're getting their karma back. Also, you have stepped into your awakening. Your past is behind you. Your soul is not returning to the old cycles, all right? So that's gone. So yeah, you're evolving and they're getting their karma. So that's the message I have for this reading for you guys. And on the bottom of the deck, let's really quick, I'm going to show you. This is another card that tried to come out. Okay, it's a couple more cards. I'm like, Spirit, I'm not doing that many. 15's enough. And it showed back up again, so I'm going to share it with you. Is the Ace of Swords. So, your truth, wear your crown, and you're glowing. You're building up. See all that green? You're building up. You're building up your green edge. You're building up your mountains. All right? And there's the butterfly. So you gained your wings. All right? Mwah. Love you. I love to hear what your thoughts are on this one. Put something in the comments.